it is Lido, and welcome to another video by the Entropy System. Today, as you can see, we have very special guest, Jake. Say hello, Jake.
Hey Jake.
From Multiplicity and me. And today we are going to continue focusing on diversity in the Multiplicity community by talking about alters with accents that are foreign to the body, I suppose. And we have a list of questions that we will both be answering because we both do have accents. So we'll start with, what kind of accent do you have? My accent is Mexican. I did have a commenter once saying, no, it is not. It is Latino. I said, no, but I am from Mexico, so it is Mexican.
Yeah, same goes. I mean, like I would say that I have a Californian accent, but some people are like, "No, you're Canadian," or "No, you're from some other part of America somewhere." And somebody even said that I was Swedish, but no, that's no, that's where I would say my origin is from, is California.
And then why California?
Well, we think actually the background of why I have my accent is because when we were growing up, we used to self-soothe a lot by watching Disney films. So we figured that because it was like on repeat all the time, like every day for hours on end, that's basically where I got the accent from, because it's kind of comforting to Jess. This kind of happy, really animated kind of voice and accent. So I figured that's how I took that, and then it kind of internalized into an inner world story. So that's kind of the outer world, kind of fact about how I got my accent. But then, yeah, we figure it's internalized into an inner world thing.
Mine, I feel, is very obvious. I'm a fictive of a character with a Mexican accent, and therefore I have a Mexican accent and identify as a Mexican man.
See, that's so fascinating, I guess, from our point of view, because we don't have any fictives in our system.
Mhm.
So I guess but I can totally, I don't think it's that far different from, I guess, in a way, us relating to like Disney characters, right? I'm not a particular character, but the voice has kind of been taken from, I guess, several and kind of pulled together in a way.
And
So
it's like Win has almost always retreated into media for comfort. She much prefers to like deeply analyze movies and TV shows, which is why she started her DID in media. And that's where she draws comfort, is escaping. And so the fact that we have multiple fictives can definitely be like tied into that like lifelong escapism.
totally. And I guess you can see even from the background of you guys with all the characters, figurines, and books and stuff, that kind of, that's a, I wonder what gave it away, huh?
Did you have to teach yourself to improve its accuracy, or did it just come naturally?
That's an interesting question, actually. I never once practiced, I guess. But or even if I did, it was so long ago, I genuinely don't remember.
Mhm.
So no, I don't think I've ever. I think it's just come naturally. I think that's the voice I speak with. But also, I'd say that a lot of people are really kind of hung up on how alters should sound. Like, if that is your accent, you should sound 100% legit. And actually, I think that's like such a myth, because I guess you can only like you don't necessarily vocalize how you sound on the inside. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and I think people like are real quick to call systems that don't sound like their origin accent like fake, or not real, and they got it wrong. But it's much more than that. It's just because somebody identifies as being from a certain place doesn't necessarily mean they're going to sound like that when they come forward.
Yes. And that with me, I do practice a lot because I want very badly to have some sort of authenticity. It makes me feel more comfortable to know that I am trying my hardest to have the voice that I feel that I should have. But the body, we cannot even roll R's, you know.
Ah,
So with that kind of muscle memory, or lack of muscle memory, I I just recognize that I will have my own unique accent that is unique to me. Are you able to mimic the host's accent? Whoever is host at the time, which right now is Jess, yes?
yeah.
Yes.
Actually, I can imitate everybody's accent. It's part of my role, so
Okay.
I can do everybody's voice. I guess because I'm an actor. Like in a world, I'm an actor, but also again, that came from the role out here. So, I would be what anybody wanted me to be when we were growing up. So, although I could imitate Jess like flawlessly because that was what I was supposed to do, I could I also found that I could just kind of pick the voice from anybody else in the system and just use that. So that's a key feature that I have that nobody else in the system has.
That is very cool. You talented actor.
Thanks.
I have been told by a friend that I do a very good Win impression, but it feels ironically the voice feels very foreign in my mouth. It feels very hard, and I have to concentrate very hard to um to achieve that, even though that's the way that you know Win speaks all the time, and we share a mouth. Does it ever make you feel uncomfortable that you need to hide your accent or pretend to not have it, pretend to be someone else in the system?
I mean, like, for us, I guess it's more protection. Like, we live in a small town, and I would not go to the Starbucks and talk like me. You know what I mean? Like, if I was talking to anybody else apart from real close friends, I would always speak like Jess. So I would go up and order at Starbucks and say, "Hi, like, can I please get whatever drink I'm drinking today?" You know, and that's cool. That's so weird for me, but I'm so used to it, you know? It's just part of everyday life and it's what I've always done. So I think it's a kind of a fear factor for me almost to speak like myself, like in front of anybody that I don't know well enough. And it's funny because we've met some DID systems that actually will order their Starbucks coffee in their accent, in their name, and I'm like, God, oh my gosh, my mind is blowing right now. For me, like we consider that like super brave. We're not at that stage yet, but so for us, it's like totally close friends only.
I suppose with me, I was born, created, whatever, feeling like I had the past and the life that my character had. Like I have, um, I try to separate myself from the memories, but I have memories of, growing up. I have memories of my mother taking care of me. I have memories of meeting Hernando. So when I was born into the system, it was very jarring for me to have to suddenly pretend I was not me. And so it is, I do not like having to pretend to be someone else. It's difficult to wrap my head around, and I prefer just to pass that off to somebody else uh, rather than do that myself. So I find that I'm an insider quite a bit lately, just to avoid a situation where I cannot just be me. Have you ever been given a hard time because of your accent, either in the outer world or in the inner world?
Huh. Well, yeah. When we were growing up, we were probably like I don't know, say early teens, and Jess used to get bullied and be called American Girl a lot, and she didn't understand why, which was weird because it was at a point where I didn't realize how close I guess I was. So sometimes I would speak like I would be kind of like co-conscious, but I wouldn't realize like how much how in fact I was kind of like confronting, and we weren't that self-aware at the time to do anything about it. So I would speak to people like myself, and then that would land us in a lot of trouble. And yeah, we got bullied for a good couple of years, and we didn't know why.
Yes, Win always tries to be very socially conscious, which is very good, but she is very deeply worried that I will somehow offend people who are Latinx. Um, and so far, that has not happened. I have not had any trouble on the internet or in person with anybody saying, "Oh, why are you speaking that way?" But because Win is so worried, even when she tries not to be, and even when she tries to encourage me, don't listen to me, don't listen to my worries, just you be you. Um, it still makes me very self-conscious. So there is that, and she is not trying. She is not trying to do this, but it is a balance we need to have. And frankly, I think her worries are unfounded because we have no experience for all the times that I've been out. Anybody saying anything. So maybe we will go past this one. What, if anything, would you say is the best part about having an accent that is different, vastly different from anyone else in your system?
Huh. I guess for me, I I don't know. It's like even I kind of find it like comforting, I guess. I guess the English accent in general is known for being like a little bit like that, a little bit boring. So it's like, well, I'm a little bit different in the system. And it's nice to just shuffle it up and mix it up a bit. And yeah, rather than sounding a little bit monotone, I get to be different. And I'm at a point in my life where I think different is a good thing. I mean, I think it's hard when you're growing up and in your teens or whatever, but yeah, I think being unique is awesome. So, yeah.
And I very much agree with you. Even with the self-consciousness that I have, I'm very happy to have something that is so boldly and uniquely me and just me. It does help me feel like I am retaining some of that individualness that I remember having in the past that is not my past. Like it's like something that I'm holding on to that is like, okay, this is mine. This is purely me, and this is mine. So yes, I think it feels very nice to have something, like you said, that is different. We shake things up.
Yeah, shake things up is good.
I think part of accepting DID in society and breaking down that stigma is accepting that an accent that a body speaks with might drastically change. And it might be like some accent you have heard before, and it might be unlike anything you have heard before. Um, but that is okay because a voice is a voice. And as long as that person is kind, then it does not matter how their voice sounds.
I agree. Yeah, and building on that, like I've met so many systems that they have exactly like pretty much the same voice and are super hard to tell apart in the way that they talk, but that doesn't take away their validity and, their individuality still. Just because
Yes,
I can't hear how they sound out like on the inside doesn't mean they're not valid, you know?
absolutely, yes. Yes. Well, I want to thank you so very much for arranging this meeting. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we will hopefully see you again for another collab in the future.
Absolutely. I absolutely cannot wait. And yeah, I hope all of your subscribers enjoy this video.
And everybody go subscribe to Multiplicity and me. You probably already are, but if you are not, please do. They are wonderful, and they were the first ones to begin this grand internet movement, so they deserve so much love.
I am honored. Thank you so much, everybody. And we love you and we love Entropy Systems so much. So, yes. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
It's Win. I'm just wrapping up editing on this video and I realized that Lito forgot to do our outro. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for him. I want to give a big thank you shout out to Liz Joyce, Shoshi Bauer, and Lily Andros, and all of our wonderful patrons for helping support this channel and letting us do what we do. If you are interested in becoming a patron, a link to our Patreon is in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye!